rolling in dough right now because the price of oil is skyrocketing. And we will exercise restraint and introduce our final roaster, Toastmaster Fun.
Okay, we are so lucky to be here today with the founders of Toastmasters. Just kidding, not them. Okay, that'd be cool. All right. In all seriousness, this is by far a prime example of what it is to be a Winter Park Toastmaster. You get voluntold and schmoozed into doing things, and they paint this really pretty picture. It's cute. It's like, you just that's it. And then you realize what really happens, what you've agreed to, that I get roasted after this. And full transparency, I was a tomboy, so I hung out with the boys, and that was all cool. But the least favorite part about hanging out with the boys is stuff like this. Guys, I hate this. Do you hear me? I am not thrilled about being roasted later, roasting each other for your flaws and your insecurities in public. Like the way the ladies do it, we do it like behind closed doors. Wine. Let me blame the wine. But if you guys want to do this on a Friday morning sober, that's cool. Let's run it. All right. Here we go. And before I do want to revisit the fact that if anyone thinks they're going to pull Will Smith on me, come at me if you want to, okay? All right. So we're going to go in alphabetical order so that it's obvious that I see the best first. So it's not obvious that I see the best first. Thank you so much. Blake Smith. Known as the man who can't hide his emotions on his face to save his life. But I know the real faces of Blake Smith. Blake the barbecue Harley riding Smith. There we go. When I first came to Toastmasters, I was a little confused, and I walked in the door. I was like, I came here to learn how to speak. I'm going to do all this stuff. And then I realized I came to meet Colonel Sanders' long-lost brother and then learn about barbecue. I was like, what in the world? But this man can throw down on the grill. I know personally. I've been to his home. I've tried it. It is delightful. He runs a tight ship there on the grill, just like he does this club when he was the president. And if you're wondering how you get someone to run such a tight ship, I'll tell you, you just pull someone out of retirement. They got nothing else to do. They're gonna make sure this not just running whatever. Except when he failed to RSVP to that last social. And had it not been for me working a little magic, he wouldn't have been there. His wifey said, nah, we don't do that. We don't show up uninvited. That's right. Toastmaster by day, Harley riding thug, and grill master by mid-afternoon. And whip tester by night, who needed to be broken out of the house to hang with the crew. It was like a top secret mission, and I'm not going to say her name because I don't want you to get up and fall out. We did that top secret mission. And speaking of top secret missions, Carson, our resident radio host, hostess with the most, I don't know what I want to do with that, but I love your radio voice. That's what it sounds like to me. Can someone please explain to Carson what tact and stealth mode is, okay? Because for someone with such a way with words, he has such a way of talking people out of feeling welcomed here at the end of the meetings, and I will explain. I brought a former student in one day, and this is not normal with Carson. He explained, he was in a mood. But the first words out of his mouth were about the man's outfit, and perhaps we could all chime in and help him buy proper dress attire. I'm like, oh no. Like, we want people to stay and come back here, right? Talk to his jacket. Just making sure we're on the same page. By the way, did you guys know that Carson drives an hour to get here? And that he wakes up earlier than anybody in the room to get here? Did you guys know that? You didn't? No? You haven't talked to him at all. No, but that's all I have on YouTube because you guys don't really give me a lot to work with.
No.
Now 10.
Now you got
Who makes up for that? The first social I ever went to as a Toastmaster, I was so nervous. I was like, all right, it's going to be in the park. It says vineyard, oh my gosh, okay. Woo, all right. And then I put the address in the map, and I'm driving, I'm like, Orlando. I'm like, okay, marvelous, stunning, a vineyard in Orlando. I'm driving. As I get closer, I begin to realize I'm not overdressed or underdressed. Okay? In fact, I probably had on the wrong gang colors because that neighborhood is my old stomping ground where I literally used to fight people around the corner. I'm pulling up and I'm like, oh God. But that doesn't matter because he made it a vineyard. And Tim continued to amaze me as my time here at the club passed, when I realized that our former president was the owner of the car that had our current president at the time plastered to the passenger window. I would just stare. I was concerned as an understatement. That's weird. I'm like, I don't care who the president is. I'm like, I was ecstatic to have our first black president, but you wouldn't put me riding on the passenger side of my window around town because that's weird. But anyway, I'm just glad we're past all that. And by far, my favorite memory with Tim, my favorite observation, encounter, whatever you want to call it, the one that will never leave my mind is the night that he became the booze bandit. Okay? The Christmas party at my neighborhood, or the most recent Christmas party, we were all cleaning up. And thanks to Carlos, who served coquito that was meant to be taken as shots, I now know why. I was pretty lit. I was very happy that everyone pitched in to help me clean up quickly, and none other than Tim, who helped take all of the booze, not some of the booze, but all of the booze. And I was like, dude, I paid for some of those bottles. I was literally looking forward. I was like, this is my consolation prize for all the money I spent on this party, and now it's all gone. So that's cool. But granted, he does throw lots of parties at his house, and he does have an open bar for us. So can't really complain.